If you want to lower your blood sugar after 60, changing what fills your plate can make a real difference. But the answer is not one miracle fruit, an expensive supplement, or a food that works like medication. The foods that help most usually do something much simpler. They add fiber, protein, or healthy fat to your meal. They replace refined carbohydrates. And they help glucose enter your bloodstream more gradually. Today, we will count down 7 practical foods and food groups that can help lower blood sugar and reduce post-meal spikes after 60. And number 1 is not exotic or expensive. It is an ordinary group of foods that should fill the largest part of your plate. Before we begin, remember that food affects everyone differently. If you use insulin or medication that can cause low blood sugar, discuss major dietary changes with your healthcare team and continue monitoring as directed. Now, let us begin with number 7. Number 7, whole fruit, especially berries. Fruit contains carbohydrate, so portion still matters. But whole fruit also provides water, fiber, vitamins, and plant compounds that juice does not provide in the same form. That difference matters when you are trying to lower blood sugar. A glass of juice is easy to drink quickly and may contain the carbohydrate from several pieces of fruit. A small apple or half a cup of berries takes longer to eat and is easier to portion. Berries are especially useful because a modest serving gives you sweetness, color, and fiber without requiring a large portion. Try half a cup of blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, or blackberries. You can add them to plain yogurt, serve them beside breakfast, or eat them as part of a balanced meal. The goal is not to claim that berries pull glucose out of your blood. The goal is to replace juice, dried fruit, or a large dessert with a measured portion of whole fruit. Your own glucose readings may also teach you more than a viral list. If one fruit produces a larger rise for you, reduce the portion or choose another fruit. Number 6, plain Greek yogurt. Yogurt can be helpful, but the word yogurt on the label does not automatically mean blood sugar friendly. Many flavored yogurts contain enough added sugar to behave more like dessert. Look for plain yogurt and check the nutrition label. Greek yogurt usually provides more protein than standard yogurt, which can make breakfast or a snack more satisfying. A simple option is plain Greek yogurt with a small portion of berries and a spoonful of nuts or seeds. What should you avoid? A large cup of sweetened yogurt with crunchy cereal, honey, syrup, and dried fruit all added together. That combination can turn a reasonable food into a high carbohydrate bowl. Start with the plain base, then add flavor with cinnamon, a few berries, or chopped nuts. Number 5, nuts and seeds. Walnuts, almonds, pistachios, chia seeds, and ground flaxseed provide unsaturated fat, fiber, and some protein. They can help lower the glucose impact of a snack when they replace crackers, cookies, or other refined foods. But nuts are concentrated, so more is not always better. A small handful is usually enough. For chia or ground flax, 1 or 2 tablespoons can be added to yogurt or oatmeal. Choose unsalted or lightly salted versions when possible. Avoid nuts coated in sugar, honey, or chocolate. Think replacement, not addition. Replacing a cookie with a small handful of nuts may improve the snack. Eating the cookie and then adding nuts on top only adds more calories. So far, we have whole fruit, plain Greek yogurt, and nuts or seeds. These foods can support lower blood sugar, but the next group can change the entire structure of breakfast. Number 4, eggs and other lean protein foods. Eggs contain very little carbohydrate, so they usually do not cause a large glucose rise by themselves. But the egg is often not the real problem. The problem may be the white toast, jam, pancakes, sweet coffee, or juice served beside it. A more balanced breakfast could be eggs with spinach, tomatoes, mushrooms, or another non-starchy vegetable. You could also use fish, chicken, tofu, cottage cheese, or another protein that fits your preferences and health needs. Protein can make a meal more satisfying and may help you avoid refined snacks an hour later. This is one reason a higher protein breakfast may help lower blood sugar across the morning compared with a breakfast built around sweet cereal, juice, or white bread. But this is not permission to build every breakfast around unlimited bacon, sausage, butter, and fried foods. Blood sugar is only one part of health. Heart health, sodium, saturated fat, kidney function, and total portions still matter. Use protein as one part of the meal, not the entire plate. Number 3. Avocado and other unsaturated fat foods. Avocado contains fiber and mostly unsaturated fat, with relatively little carbohydrate in a typical serving. A third to half of an avocado can add texture and satisfaction to a meal. Try it with eggs and vegetables, in a salad, or beside beans. Olive oil is another useful unsaturated fat, but the portion should still be modest. Healthy fat does not mean unlimited fat. The main benefit is often what it replaces. Avocado instead of butter. Olive oil instead of a creamy sauce. Nuts instead of a pastry. These swaps may help lower blood sugar by making the meal more filling and less dependent on refined carbohydrate. But adding avocado to white toast, sweet coffee, and juice does not cancel the rest of the meal. The whole plate still matters. Number 2. Beans and lentils. This group surprises many people because beans contain carbohydrate, but they also provide fiber and plant protein. That combination makes them very different from white bread, sugary cereal, or a sweet drink. Lentils, chickpeas, black beans, kidney beans, and other legumes can replace part of the rice, pasta, or potato on your plate. Try half a cup of cooked lentils in soup. Add beans to a salad, or combine a smaller portion of brown rice with beans instead of eating a large plate of rice alone. Start with a modest portion if you are not used to eating much fiber. Increasing it too quickly may cause bloating or gas. Canned beans are convenient. Drain and rinse them to reduce sodium. Beans also prove an important point. Lowering blood sugar does not require eliminating every carbohydrate. The type, portion, and company that carbohydrate keeps all matter. A carbohydrate served with fiber, protein, and non-starchy vegetables behaves differently from the same amount eaten in a highly processed meal. Now we reach number 1. Number 1. Non-starchy vegetables. Broccoli, spinach, cauliflower, green beans, cabbage, mushrooms, peppers, tomatoes, zucchini, asparagus, and leafy greens belong in this group. Why place them first? Because they give you volume, fiber, vitamins, and minerals with relatively little carbohydrate. They also make the plate method easier. Instead of asking whether one food can lower blood sugar by itself, begin by filling half of a 9-inch plate with non-starchy vegetables. Then use 1/4 for protein. Use the final quarter for a quality carbohydrate, such as beans, lentils, a whole grain, or a starchy vegetable in a portion that fits your plan. This simple visual method may be more useful than memorizing the glycemic index of every food in the grocery store. Vegetables can be fresh, frozen, or canned. Choose versions without sugary sauces and watch sodium in canned or heavily seasoned products. Roast them, steam them, add them to soup, or sauté them with a small amount of olive oil. The best vegetable is not necessarily the one with the most impressive research headline. It is the one you can prepare, enjoy, afford, and eat consistently. Now let us put all 7 foods into one realistic day, designed to help lower blood sugar. Breakfast could be eggs with spinach and tomatoes, plus plain Greek yogurt with a small portion of berries. Lunch could be a large salad with chicken, tofu, fish, or beans, a few slices of avocado, and water or unsweetened tea. Dinner could follow the plate method. Half non-starchy vegetables, 1/4 lean protein, 1/4 lentils, beans, brown rice, or another quality carbohydrate. If you need a snack, choose something structured, such as plain yogurt, a small handful of nuts, or a small piece of whole fruit. Notice what is missing from this plan. There is no miracle powder. There is no promise that one ingredient will reverse diabetes. And there is no rule saying you can never eat carbohydrate again. The structure of the meal matters more than the hype around one food. Here are 4 mistakes that can prevent healthy foods from helping as much as they could. Mistake 1. Drinking your carbohydrate. Juice, sweet tea, soda, energy drinks, and sweet coffee can deliver a large amount of sugar quickly. Replacing those drinks with water or another unsweetened option is often one of the simplest ways to lower sugar intake. Whole fruit is also easier to portion than fruit juice. Mistake 2. Ignoring the label. Plain yogurt and sweetened yogurt are not the same. Raw nuts and honey-coated nuts are not the same. Beans and beans covered in a sugary sauce are not the same. Read the serving size, total carbohydrate, added sugar, sodium, and ingredient list. Mistake 3. Treating healthy foods as unlimited. A giant bowl of fruit, several handfuls of nuts, or a large serving of brown rice can still exceed the portion your body handles well. Healthy does not remove the need for portion awareness. Mistake 4. Changing everything at once. A plan that feels perfect for 3 days and impossible by the weekend is not a useful plan. Choose one meal first. You might replace juice with water and whole fruit. You might add vegetables to breakfast. You might replace half of your rice with lentils or beans. Or you might build dinner using the plate method. Repeat one change until it feels normal. Then add another. Your glucose response is personal. Medication, activity, sleep, stress, illness, and portion size can all affect the number. If your healthcare team has asked you to monitor, record what you ate, and compare similar meals rather than judging yourself from one unexpected reading. Seek professional guidance if you experience repeated high readings, frequent low readings, or symptoms of hypoglycemia such as shaking, sweating, confusion, or unusual weakness. Let us review the list. Number 7. Whole fruit, especially berries. Number 6. Plain Greek yogurt. Number 5. Nuts and seeds. Number 4. Eggs and other lean protein foods. Number 3. Avocado and other unsaturated fat foods. Number 2, beans and lentils. And number 1, non-starchy vegetables. But the most important lesson is not the ranking. It is how the foods work together to help lower blood sugar. Build meals around vegetables. Include a practical source of protein. Choose a measured portion of quality carbohydrate. Add healthy fat in a modest amount. And choose water or another unsweetened drink. Now tell us in the comments. Which of these 7 foods do you already eat most often? And which one will you add to your next meal? Subscribe to Health Clarity Lab for clear, practical health education for adults over 50, 60, and beyond. In the next video, we will explain a common breakfast mistake that can make blood sugar rise faster, even when the food looks healthy. Clear science, smarter health choices. This video is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice.